and 2, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mike 380. Mike 5-4.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Mike 280.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Check tight end.
Spot that.
Check tight.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Look left.
Don't let him breathe. Play that Johnny D. Don't let him breathe, defense. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Good.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, run left. Watch the blue.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's.
Preload. Over.
Mike's 50. Watch the slant.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
What? 315.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, let's get this. Hatchet.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Mike 280.
Mike's 59. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check. Crunch.
Gun. Mike. Gun. 4 down.
In the face. Watch twist.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley.
Go.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
95.
Mike, check, 59. You check 59, Mike.
On third down, Wilson rolling to his right. Got a man, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, 0. Check. 18.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check, 59. I'm here all day. He's checking. Crash.
On second down, Barkley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On first down, Barkley. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On second down now, Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Mike, 14. Right here. 59, Mike. Come on. Check, 59. Here we go.
To throw on third down, Wilson forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 19.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want him to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
You better be afraid of me. Check nickel.
Go. 40.
Alert 3.
They'll run with Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike to 59.
One left, one left.
Motion, motion, motion.
On second down, Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
I'll go special. I'll go special.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5.
One left, one left.
I got you. I got you. Check 59, Mike.
18.
59, Mike to 56. Let's go. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Less than a yard.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
I'll go special. I'll go special. Right.
59, Mike. 59, Mike. Check, check. 59. Nice, sweetheart.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
I can't believe they let you play.
Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
59. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Shift.
Booster T.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Bears' 8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Gun. Zebra.
Echo.
Wilson. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, 319.
Watching the ball. Yeah, let's get set. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Five.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike.
Throwing on first down is Allen. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Hey, hold. Line 55. Watch the curl. Line 55. Go.
Throwing again on second down. Allen, he's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Focus, defense, focus.
Saquon Barkley running right. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's bring it. Mike's fit. Go 14. Here we go. Here I come again.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check. Hey, 0.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, they'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You.
Now Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Go. Off. Go. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Ready?
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. The Lions on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12.
Friday.
50, Mike's 50.
One fluff.
Watch the clock. Watch the clock. Motion, clock. Short. Hey, alert. Mike's 50. Hey, let's get in them holes. Mike 50. You ain't going.
Alert.
Operating from the gun. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Yo.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up second down. And here's Allen throwing again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Zerline's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Watch the twist.
On second down now, Barkley. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's get off the field, D.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he's got his target. That's more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
One left. Forty.
Ball trot.
Mike 50.
Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
That's the way.
14.
Mike's 50. Oh, you got D? 50's the Mike. The Mike. Got one.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Matt Patricia, he says now's the time. His guys are going to go for it on fourth.
59, Mike, 59.
Alert.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it is incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
55, Mike, got 55. Hey, pick your game up. Alert!
From midfield, here's Allen. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. He is going to find Hill here. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, they'll throw with Allen. It's Hill, complete. 25 yards that time. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Here we go. 55, Mike, got 55. Let's go, defense.
Allen to throw once more. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mark 55! Mark 55!
Hey, come on, El. Come on, El. Hey, check right.
Hey, dude!
And again, it's Allen. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but now it's 3rd and goal. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
Check 55, Mike. You don't want none. Pick up the ball. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Now Allen again. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have taken the lead. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
You ready? You ready?
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jordan. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Mark 55! Mark 55!
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Hey, check right, check right.
5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide.
Watch it slap.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An explosive 38-yard pickup. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back. Slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
55, Mike, 55. We own it. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Watching you find. I'm scared.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Watch the run. Watch the move. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
56. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Miami! 55! Watch the screen!
Now they try the right side here. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's
blitz coming, and down he goes. Josh Allen, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Come on here, come get some. Good job right there. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Gun. Delta. 59's Mike. Check, 59.
Now Wilson, he'll buy some time right. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And down he'll go at the 25.
That's it. Big hit.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Check 26. Shift. 95. No. Off.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Good, 4 down.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it, as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 50.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Undercrush, check. Undercrush.
On the run, it's Barkley. Yards there and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody to run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys, man, that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
0-0. Mike, check, 59.
Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
Wide.
19.
Get wide.
So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Got it.
Mike's 59. 59.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here we go.
Check 37. Check 37.
14. Find it.
Showing it.
Check 4. Switch.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Don't say nothing.
Shoot. 14.
He's coming.
We got double up. Check 9. One left. Tempo.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. One left.
Defense. Hey, here we go.
Let's go, 4 down.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And out of bounds right around the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Coming to you, coming to you. Alert. Right there, 54. Right left. 54 Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be on. It's going to be a long day.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
To throw is Wilson. And he completes it to Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Allen to throw again. They complete it to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare 1st down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
3rd and inches.
Round 80.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Middle.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Come on.
He's back to throw. That one complete to Hill. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Check, 55 to Mike. Stop your whining.
Mike.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. N'Keal Harry in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for two here.
Watch the run. Good side, baby. That's baby side.
Now Allen. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. He looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now a handoff looking right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. One last shot for Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm going to hit you.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Bears, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Red boy.